Party, that one band.
Oh yeah,
They're also
that
from Baltimore.
they
They're
were
from the same
awesome.
town. Yeah.
That was what was that? Do you remember the name of that?
Truth Cult.
Yeah, they were
Yeah, they're also
awesome.
from Baltimore. It's like Turnstile, but that guy's like
Yeah,
just picked up the mic stand, and was like gonna stab somebody.
that guy was just like he was awesome. He was just
Yeah,
crazy. I don't know. That'd be interesting. I feel
yeah.
like that's just him. I feel like it could be a Baltimore thing, but I feel like there's also the possibility like wouldn't know that.
Not
Like, oh wait,
me.
that's a Baltimore thing. I just do that all the time. Like,
uh,
but
but also too, I was gonna say like, I feel like from watching performances, you can kind of tell who's like hot in the industry right now. So I feel like Turnstile, the way they performed, it was just like a lot of like theatrics on stage. I feel like
yeah. I mean, I was honestly like, I was a little surprised to see them play where they were, like in the lineup right before the headliners. But I think you might be right. I think that's definitely have something to do with it more than the actual music itself.
yeah,
Because I don't know, it was just like I hate to criticize this way because I don't want it to sound as negative as it's going to sound, but I didn't really think that there was anything that Turnstile did to be in that position over, like a band like Folly. Like, like if I'm going to be 100% honest, like I would expect a band like Folly to be playing in a position like that than Turnstile. Now, at the end of the day, you're kind of splitting hairs, whatever. But I'm just saying, like in the hierarchy of playing festivals,
hmm
um, it just made more sense. But there has, if they put them there has to be a reason. And then obviously,
Well,
right now at this
Turnstile
moment,
is like touring with Blink.
oh
I
yeah,
think they're touring together.
oh maybe
But
that's it.
but
Yeah, but
uh, but
they they
also
they
just like
they're a hot band right now too. Or
yeah,
they're
that's the
getting
thing.
hot.
Yeah, that's the thing too. So I think like when you're kind of hot like that, you're kind of trying to figure out how to um like amp up your stage presence over
Hmm.
like because like everyone at this point, a lot of people they come to see them, they know their music. Let's push the envelope on stage, I guess, in a sense. So I think that's kind of maybe what they were going for. I
Yeah,
feel like you can kind of like sometimes like tell like, oh yeah, this band's up right now.
yeah. I mean, I don't really have the word to describe them. They're like, for me anyway, it's just like they do everything right. They don't do anything wrong, but they don't go like I guess they don't go beyond my expectations. Like they hit me right in my expectations. And
Yeah.
like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's also something like for me anyway, like I'm more attracted to bands that, when I say attracted, like my favorite band, like these are the bands that I like to listen to like all the time, you know what I mean? Because I like the Turnstile songs. Like I do like their songs, but it's like they're not giving me enough of what I want.
Mhm.
That's kind of like what I feel. Like they're giving me just enough, but not like yeah, I want a little bit more. And it's just, I might have to look elsewhere for that. But yeah, like I said, I don't really like to get into the whole negative aspect. I have I criticize a little bit, but they're a fantastic band. I mean, the video kind of speaks for itself. The drum solo was awesome. They have really high energy. If you want to hear some really dope metal music, you know, that's these are the guys to listen to.
Yeah.
They good music for like a gym workout. Honestly, if you're
Yeah,
going to
for
the
sure,
gym,
honestly.
bro, Turnstile is what you need on your playlist, 100%. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I have to say about Turnstile as well. We're kind of like creeping up on an hour already. I'm like, whoo,
Yeah.
got a lot of stuff to talk about. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to say about Turnstile before we get into the
No.
headliners?
Nah, let's get into Blink.
All right, Blink 182, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, it is such a you have to understand, guys. And I'm sure a lot of you do. Um, uh, I'm a pretty regular person in the sense that like I don't go to these shows. Like there's people that they go to show every week, every 2 weeks. Like ever since me and Mike started doing this podcast, I've definitely been upping the amount of shows I go to. But I was like a regular show goer. I do like
Mhm.
2-3 concerts a year, if that might be pushing it a little bit. But yeah, so that being said, like as a person, you have a lot of bands, you have a lot of favorite bands. Chances are you're not going to be able to see all of them live. Like you're
Yeah.
not. You could try your best as like I said, like a normal person, not like a super fan. You're like, yeah, I could do that. I do that all the time. I do that every year. No, I'm talking about a regular person that just sees a couple concerts. you're probably not going to see every single band. So I can honestly say that besides Red Hot Chili Peppers, which I will add was a band that I actually got to see a few years back with the Strokes, Blink 182 was one of those bands that I thought I was never ever going to see live. I really
Mm.
thought that it was over, when they came out with their self-titled album. After that, they kind of like disbanded, and then were like rumors of them getting back together, but they didn't really happen. And I thought maybe they might get back together and play again. But in my head, I'm like, if they do, I'm not going to be there to see it. But yeah, man, I got to see them live. And I will add this note too. Now, I knew Blink was touring way before because they performed at Coachella, and me and my girlfriend, we love Blink. We were excited. So we saw the stream, and Tom DeLonge, or whatever his name is, he was singing some songs, man, and I was scared. I was a little scared. Now, I know Blink has a reputation for being a little rough around the edges, which is part of their whole shtick. But at the same time, in my opinion, the singing was kind of concerning. I was like, I hope he gets a little bit better by the time we saw him. Now, when we saw him live, he was immaculate. I thought his vocals were fucking awesome, dude. I was like, this might be the best that I've ever heard you, period. Like, you sound kind of just like the album. It was crazy. It was very impressive. I was very happy with the performance. I loved it. Everybody kicked ass. Their stage presence also, they're hilarious. They're literally like, I'm sure they definitely toned it down from when they were younger, because I've seen some interviews with Tom DeLonge, and he said, like, he said when they were first coming out, they would say some really wild shit, like shit that would get them like arrested out. And so, but they were still there. They were still with their like very crude, like inappropriate type humor, and just like super immature. Like they're 40s or 50s, but they act like they're fucking 20 years old. That they never really grew up. So yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved all of that. I'm just so glad I was able to see them, and if I could ever see them again, that would be awesome. Now I'm on the list. The only last band is System of a Down, so I cross your fingers, man. We might be able to see that if they're ever touring or whatever. Did they play recently? Am I making that up? There's always rumors of them coming back, but I don't know if they actually did.
I have to look that up.
That would be a good one. That's
yeah,
like
for me, for Blink, this is probably one of my favorite performances I've seen personally. So I never really gone to like too many concerts. I've been to a few here and there, but probably my favorite performance I've seen.
Yeah, and they played all their great songs. They played even like some of the songs on Enema of the State that were my favorite that I, they had no reason to play, but they played them anyway, and I was ecstatic. Ecstatic. I was like, what?
What was your favorite one? That they played that night.
I love I always get the names mixed up because when I originally downloaded, so sometimes if you like back in the day when you were downloading on LimeWire and like those kind of applications, if you downloaded an album, the song titles would be like all mixed up. Like it would just be like, yeah, that happened to me a couple times, which like really fucked me up. But I forgot the name of the song. It might be Mutt, but it's like, she's a dove, she's a fucking nightmare, unprotectable, it's my mistake to stay here. That's a song that like I don't think a lot of people really know or listen to unless you like really, dive into their albums a lot. But they played that one, and what was the other one they played? They played one of the anthems. I can't remember if it was Anthem. Might have been Anthem Part 2. But they played one more on Enema of the State. Can't remember. Brain is fuzzy. But regardless, yeah, they did a really good job of like playing a little bit of here from this album, a little from that album, a little bit of our new stuff. Some weird like some tracks that like like on, I don't know if you've ever listened to Take Your Jacket Up, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket album.
Yeah,
the whole thing. But there's a lot of like joke tracks on there, like minute tracks less, where like just the lyrics are ridiculous. Like there's one song about fucking your own grandpa. Let's just leave it at that. Yeah. So they played a couple of those, and I was dying. They played I think it's called Happy Holidays, You Bastard. Where it's like, it's Christmas Eve and I've only wrapped 2 fucking presents Christmas Eve. Just little things like that. So it's just, I don't know. It was just, I feel like I paid for Blink and I got Blink and some, you know what I mean? And it was just awesome. It really was awesome. So I got a couple videos over here, a couple of really good videos. Mike took some good shit. So play some of these. Oh, this is the song. it's Dumpweed. Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, that was the end of the clip. My bad. I got this cool drum solo too. Yeah, they were really good, man. Like I said, they have a reputation for kind of messing up a lot of songs and being rough, but I thought they were pretty spot on here.
Yeah.
I think I have one more. Where was it? Oh, here it is. It's really good, man. It was a really good
They
time.
were hilarious. Like right before what he said? He said this song's about the clitoris, and then they started playing "Feeling This," and I was just dying.
I missed that, honestly.
That was fucking hilarious. But yeah, so many like just like liners. It was great.
Yeah, I love like at the end too, where they're like, "All right, so we're gonna play our last song, and then we're gonna come back and play 2 more songs,
Yeah.
okay?" It was just like it was great. And then I was curious because I think I forgot what the song they played before. So that when they said they were gonna play the last song, I can't remember what song that was. But then they played All the Small Things,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was like, I have another song after that, and I was like really trying to figure out what was the song they were gonna end with. And then when it finally hit and it ended up being "Damn It," I was like, of course, it couldn't have been anything else besides that. At that point, they had
Yeah.
already played everything else. But yeah, it was great, man. It was just like I was upset prior to that because of the whole situation with me not being able to get it close to the stage or whatever. But shortly afterwards, I kind of forgot it, and we were just all having a good time. And like I said too, like a lot of the people we were around, even though we weren't close to the stage, they were Blink fans, and I know I think the guy to the left of me, like he was jamming out to some of those songs that like I felt like nobody else knew. Like I was singing, and he was looking at me like, "Oh, you know it." I'm like, "Yeah, you know it." You're like, "Oh," we just started
The guy
singing
with
next to each
the
other.
bandana
Might have been, maybe he was.
smoking a cigarette.
No, not that guy. Not
Oh,
with the
okay.
girl that. Bro, they smoked like 12 million cigarettes. I don't know why I was paying attention to that, but between both of them, just for that Blink set, they smoked like a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Because it was just like every time I looked at it, they had like another cigarette in their hand. I'm like, holy shit. But
Yeah,
no, it
they
wasn't
were a
that
little
guy.
much. Okay.
There was like a skinnier Spanish looking dude. He wasn't there like for long. Like he showed up for those songs, and then I think he just fucking left. It's almost like he was just looking for me. But yeah, it was just it was pretty funny. But yeah, man, it was a great performance. Overall, great day. The festival, besides the whole VIP situation, I think it was ran very well. We ended up getting some food, right?
Yeah.
Or I think you and Fernie might have got food. Did I get food? I don't
We all got
remember.
food.
I don't
Oh,
remember
you
what I
had
got.
fries.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, beers were like $15 a pop, but what are you gonna do? Everything's super
Yeah.
inflated this year, guys, because to try to make up for lost cause, or maybe they're not. Maybe it's just capitalism and greed. Who knows? I
Yeah.
don't know the reason, but I do know that it's happening. It's definitely inflated. So, you know, just keep that in mind. Definitely go out to
Yeah.
see some concerts, but you're going to be spending a pretty penny to do it. But you know, it's music, so it's worth it. So,
Yeah. But overall, good time.
yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, we were like what 2 hours away. The ride home was kind of ass, but other than that, you know, it is what
Yeah.
it is. Concert was dope. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I think we're gonna buy merch too. I think that was another thing. We wanted to buy
Oh, the
merch, but
the line was too long.
the line was
Great.
crazy. You were either watching bands at the concert or buying
Mhm.
merch. You weren't doing both. If you went to the festival and you bought merch, you didn't see shit.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way. There's no
And the
way.
merch was like crazy. I mean, it was pricey too. It's like $50 for a T-shirt.
I
And
didn't even. Yeah. Once I saw the line, I'm like, all right, well, I'm not getting anything, so
yeah,
I'll just buy it online, I guess. But
yeah. All right, but that's all I got for that.
yeah, man. I mean, we're already well over an hour, so I don't think I have anything else to say about that. I think everything else, we made it through our first festival. Hopefully, we get through at least one more before the end
Yeah,
of the year.
I could
What's
do
the
one
other
more.
one we had our eyes on? We had one in Asbury, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I have to double check which one that. I think that's in September.
That should be the next one that we shoot for, unless another one better comes by.
I think that's one in September. I have to double check that one.
Is that See Here Now Festival? I think that is. It looks like I clicked on
Yeah, I
that
think
before.
so. But
With
yeah.
the Killers and Foo Fighters. Yeah, let's see. We got one day we got Killers, Cheryl Crow, Tash Sultana, Royal Blood, Corey Wong, Living Color. Don't they
Oh,
play
nice.
what's that song? Pride?
No,
No.
maybe, but it's Cult of Personality.
Cult of Personality, yeah. Um okay, and then the next day you got Foo Fighters, Weezer, which Weezer live is awesome. I'd definitely be down to see them. Um
What's the date for that?
September 16th through the 17th.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've.
Honestly,
I
the
feel like.
first day seems better for me.
Oh, I do have something going on the 17th.
Oh wait, isn't that the wedding? Isn't that why we couldn't do it?
No, no, that's like the week. That's the 30th,
Oh,
September
okay,
30th.
gotcha. So you say you can't do this?
I can't do one of those days. I have to go to a banquet thingy.
I hope it's not the 16th because that's the day I kind of want to go.
Oh, I can do the 16th. What day is that? That Friday?
Saturday. Yeah, because the
I think.
17th is just Foo Fighters and Weezer, and I don't know anybody else. I mean, besides the Beach Boys, but like,
Okay.
you know,
Beach Boy, Beach Boys,
yeah.
Cheryl Crow, just throwbacks. But yeah, we'll
No,
discuss
Cheryl
that.
Crow's not playing that day. She's playing Saturday. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, Saturday. Yeah, the Killers. You got Cheryl Crow, Tash Sultana, Royal Blood, Corey Wong, Living Color, and
All
yeah.
right. I'll check my calendar. Get back to you on that.
Yeah, but regardless, the point is we're going to do another festival for sure. A couple more performances in between, I'm sure as well.
Yep.
And yeah, so just keep an eye out for that, guys. And as always, just if you're listening to this, please share when you can. Hopefully, you're already subscribed. Please feel free to give any feedback, comments, anything you want. You could even just comment, send a direct message. I'm a piece of shit. I don't care, dude. I'll be happy if I see that. Honestly, do it. It's a new goal. It's a new task for you guys. There you go. But yeah. So yeah, that's all I got this week, guys.
Oh, wait, real quick. We didn't show the shirts.
Oh yeah, I was just like,
Yeah. We didn't plan to wear them. I wore it. He wore his. Wasn't planned.
is
But
is it is your image also flipped, or because I see
the
yours like normal, but mine's is backwards. Is that how you're seeing it also?
yeah, mine's flipped. Yours is normal.
Okay, cool. So I guess it's gonna end up that both of ours is normal. Because
Yeah.
for me, mine's is flipped and yours is normal. But
Okay.
for the
Yeah.
audience, I'm sure they're both normal. So yeah. Yeah, we'll have these hopefully available sometime in the future for you guys as well.
Yep.
But this is just yeah, and we rock these and we were repping this during the concert as well. So it's cool. We actually did have that one girl come up to us. She was asking
Oh
about our
yeah.
podcast. You think she even remembered? I hope she did. Hey, if
Maybe
you're
she's
listening
fine.
to this, we remember you, and if you're listening to us, I'm glad you remember us. So
She's probably just drunk then.
hell yeah, there's no fucking way. Still, it's nice to think about, but
Yeah.
all right, yeah. So yeah, that's all we got, guys. So until next time, yeah. I'm Hyro Para, and this is all the and Mike McCain, and we are
Handsome
all
Mike
the
McCain.
alternatives.
Forget
Handsome
that.
Mike, fuck. All right, hold on. I'm Hyro Para. This is the handsome Mike McCain, and we are all the alternatives, guys. We'll catch you next week or
Later.
2 weeks. Peace.